Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much guys for the response that you've been having on these videos that I've been posting of my journey back to Germany. I think it was quite comfortable and even to me surprisingly calm than I expected. I thought it would be so chaotic. I didn't know what to expect. Let me just say that I didn't know what to expect on the way. Now this video is a video that many of you have been asking for, many of you have been waiting for, and I already planned to do this video. Actually wanted to do this video before the travel videos, but then I thought, okay, since I don't know how the flight and is going to be like, let me just wait first, arrive, and then collectively give you all the information about the process I went through to be able to come back here as a whole. So yeah, so this is that video. Okay, I had a lot of extra holiday that was going to expire, so my boss talked to me about it and told me it's either you take that vacation now or it's going to expire. So I had 2 months worth of vacation time that I needed to take. So I thought, what would I be doing here? First of all, it was winter time, it was super cold. Second thing, daughter is not a kindergarten child yet or a school child, so I would actually be able to go home with her. And the other thing is, I mean, I would just be home every day doing nothing and my partner is not off, so it would be quite boring, let me say so. Then the other thing is that I had a family member who had been in hospital and had an operation, and so I thought I should go home. You know, spend some time there, see how everybody's doing and all that jazz. So I went home at the beginning of February. That was on date 7th of, well, I traveled on the 6th. I arrived on the 7th of February. Well, I went directly to my family, stayed there for a while, also went to visit my in-laws, and then like a week and a half before my time to travel back, or 2 weeks before my time to travel back to Germany, I went back home so that I can finish up whatever I needed to do, pack up my things and get ready to go. Shock on me, on the 18th of March, I was supposed to travel back on the 25th. Yes, on the 25th of March back to Germany, because I obviously had a two-way flight when I was going home. So on the 18th, I got an email from the airline that I had booked my flight with. Unfortunately, we are going to... Oh my god, you guys. Unfortunately, they are cancelling a segment of the flight. Oh, by this time lockdown had started all over the place. I mean, in some places. In Kenya, not yet. Actually, there was a friend of mine at that time with me in Kenya, and she was traveling on the 20th, I believe. And so I kept telling her, you gotta check if your airline is flying. You have to check if your airline is flying, because you know, there are things going on here. Lockdowns are happening, airlines are canceling flights, so you just keep checking your airline. Fortunately for her and her son, she was able to fly back on the 20th before now Kenya and other countries started locking down. So I tried my best I tried my best to recover the money. I sent them emails, I tried calling them, but that time people had been told to start doing home office. Nobody was answering, no calls, guys, no one. I sent an email or something and they replied that yes, Egypt or Cairo had locked down, but they're planning that to start flights again but by the beginning of April. So I thought, okay, well, I can wait that long. I can wait. It's just what, less than 2 weeks. Yeah, that's fine, I'm going to wait. Well, come April, nothing. So my partner and I started thinking, okay, maybe we should just apply for a refund of this cash and book another flight back. I thought, well, that plan sounds good, but then looking at the rate at which the infections of coronavirus were rising in Germany, I was freaking out, guys. I was totally freaking out. I was like, OMG. In Kenya, we just have like less than just a few cases, and in Germany they're going up in thousands a day. I was like, dude, I don't know, I think we should wait. I was like, this sounds really tricky. This sounds really tricky. It's so risky for me. It's so risky for our child. And then thinking about, she's just 2 years old. I'm going to fly. You don't even know. That time the fear to even be at the airport was real. You guys I know you guys remember all these things. It was real. The fear to be at the airport with a 2-year-old who is going to touch everything, who is just going to be, I don't know, dropping on the floor. So I tried to tell him, I think we should wait. I think we should wait. It was like, when we wait, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. It's not getting better. I told him, let's wait. So I waited. Oh my goodness. We waited for this Egypt Air thing. Anyway, we started looking for a refund, which hasn't even yet worked out, but I'm still on it because they're not reachable. They have not been reachable for a while. Yeah, so that is the back story. Now we waited the whole of April. I was so worried the whole time. For my partner. I was like, oh my God, please God protect him, please God. Yeah, thank God. So far so good. Nothing has happened. I was really getting tired by that time. You know, Kenya got locked down as well. The cases are rising terribly. In Germany, the same case. All over the world, terrible news. And I was freaking out. Anyway, I stayed the whole of April. When there was no hope that Egypt Air is going to fly out again, we started getting worried. Mid-April, Jay and I talked, and then we decided that we need to find a way. We need to find a way out. And then one day he called me and said, oh my God, guess what? There's a flight tonight. I'm like, what? Yeah, there's an evacuation flight tonight. You've got to pack your stuff and go. I'm like, listen, I have a child. I have four baggage to pack. The car wasn't around. I can't be ready for that flight by tonight. Plus, where we live, I would need like even 2 hours to the airport. Plus, I needed to get a pass because of the roadblock. You know, the county lockdowns, the county lockdowns. I would need a pass. How am I supposed to do all that in just a few hours and make it to the airport? That wasn't going to happen. But then I thought, okay, since there are still some evacuation flights, I should apply for them. So I sent an email to the embassy, and I'm going to put the email to the embassy, the specific email that I used to contact the embassy, in the description box, you guys. So I emailed them and I told them my 2-year-old and I are here in Kenya and you're trying to get back to Germany. So what they told me, so they said, thank you for the message. At the moment there are no plans for any flights, but in case your daughter has a German pass or is German, then you should register yourself with the Krisenvorsorgeliste Elefand. And then they give me the website where I was supposed to do that. So I went ahead and did that. That was on the 25th of April. So I went ahead and registered her. Obviously she's a minor, so I only have a residence permit. I've never been interested with the German pass because that would mean I would lose my Kenyan passport. So I registered her, obviously as a parent. I registered her with me, and yeah, I kept checking my emails every day. Nothing every day. By that time, you know what, like you've registered, you're waiting, you're getting impatient, you're like, whoa, what is really going on here? Am I going to be able to go back? I mean, because no matter where you are, if this thing is going to get you, it's gonna get you. Even if your country has 2 people, it could be you. Okay, so, and the time was really passing by so fast. Every day checking email, nothing. So come May, they sent me an email and they said that they're planning a flight from Kenya to Europe, and the flight would go from either Nairobi or Mombasa. So you should just send reply to the email saying where you would rather have the flight flying from. So I guess they would have to decide depending on how many people want the flight where. Okay, Mombasa would not have worked for me, because how was I supposed to transfer from Nairobi to Mombasa with a child and 4 baggage? How? And it would cost 1,000 euros per person. Okay, and then this flight would be from Nairobi to Amsterdam. That's the next thing. I started asking myself, Amsterdam, you guys, Amsterdam, how far is that from my place? It's so far, you guys. And I didn't know also how I would now travel to Munich again with all my baggage and my small baby girl. I was like, shit's getting real, but I'm going to do it. Let's just do it. Okay, so if you're interested, you reply with the email that they give you. I replied saying that I'm interested. They also announced a flight from by Qatar Airways from Nairobi to London Heathrow for 1,600 euros in economy class, and they give you the link to book that one. Obviously that would not work for me, because where am I going to? The UK? What am I going to do there? Yeah, so, and then they said this, the one that they're planning for Amsterdam, it's still in planning. It's still being planned. Then they also mentioned that there was also another flight being planned via Qatar Airways, and Qatar Airways had another flight like that before, and it cost 1,800 euros per person. My heart literally sank. What? How? Where am I going to get this kind of money from? And it's 2 of us, because when a child is over 2 years, you guys know, they pay full price. Like, oh, that was too much money. Like, too much money. I thought, no, I can't. On the 10th of May, they sent me another email. They said, you were interested in the flight to Amsterdam, but at the moment we don't know if and when this flight is going to happen. Wow, guys, you've been waiting since the 25th of April for this flight to Amsterdam, and nothing for no reason. Like, and this is 10th May. In 7 days my daughter is going to have her birthday, and I wanted so badly that we celebrate her birthday with her papa around. So the only flight remaining is the flight with Qatar Airways, and also hoping that the price is definitely not going to be 1,800 euros per person. Okay, so we waited. The next day, 11th May, they sent another email. I have to give it to them. They were quite communicative about their plans with these flights. Once you register with them, they really communicate with you. They send you emails. They really do try to communicate with the people down there. So they sent an email on the 11th of May. They said, so many of you are waiting on the link to the booking link from Qatar Airways, and then also mentioned that the date for the flight is going to be on the 14th of May, Thursday, from Nairobi via Doha to Frankfurt. Okay, Frankfurt is another city that is about 3.5 hours from Munich. Yeah, the city where I live. So that was 11th of May. We're still waiting for the link. Also, they said they don't have enough infos at the moment. They don't have the link yet, but the date is there, 14th of May, and the price was going to be 1,500 US dollars. I thought it was much, you guys. This is a lot of money, guys. This is seriously a lot of money. And the time would be 4:30 in the afternoon. Also, they had organized for buses for people who were stuck in Mombasa to be transferred on a day before, from around 6 a.m. in the morning. And the price for that transfer would have to be 11,000 to 15,000 Kenya shillings. It's real, right? It's insane. It's insane. And then you arrive a day before, right? So you also need a hotel room. And then they said that there would be a hotel organized for them called Hotel Park and you'd have to pay 100 to or 120 US dollars inclusive of breakfast. Can you add up all that cash? Add up all that money. Tell me how much that is. Okay, you've been transferred from Mombasa. Probably you were stuck in a hotel in Mombasa and you had been paying all those days. Then luckily comes a flight, and then you get to transfer from Mombasa to Nairobi using another $150, and then you sleep over at this hotel Park Inn for another 120 US dollars, and then you pay for the flight for 1,500 US dollars, guys, just to be back where you want to be. Insane. Then they said for those people who are living outside of, okay, Mombasa people were organized for, but also remember there was a county lockdown in Mombasa. Yeah, so meaning if you're maybe at Malindi, Kilifi, whatever, then you also need a pass in order to be able to make it past that lockdown into Mombasa to take the bus. Same as me, I had to find a pass to pass the roadblock, or a permit to pass the roadblock from outside Nairobi metropolitan area into Nairobi metropolitan area, so I can make my way to the airport. Yeah, so they were also saying once you have been able to book this flight, then you send us all the details of the people who are transferring, photo or scan of your passport, and where you live, which county you are living in Kenya. In case there's somebody driving you, you need to also and have a name or the ID of the driver, and of course the booking confirmation, yeah, of the flight. That was 11th May. 12th May, they sent a short email saying the booking link is not yet available. We are still waiting. We are going to communicate with you guys. All right. Come 13th May, yeah, and this is a day before the day the flight is being planned for. All right. Now they said that they have changed the dates for that flight again from 14th to the 16th, that Saturday. They say they still don't have the link. They also mentioned that the flight from Qatar Airways from Nairobi to London had been booked out. Many people had been stranded, guys. So many people. The same day at 12, they sent the email, yeah, that the flight that we were waiting for, yeah, with Qatar Airways, the link came through, guys. Instead of going direct to booking, who am I started dancing. Okay, I started dancing, collecting all the all the stuff that I needed, all the documents that I needed to start booking this flight. Yeah, we sat down, started booking. Oh my god, let me reach the after filling in all the information, guys, I reached the end where you just need to pay and then you're done. I thought there would be stuff like you pay immediately, like there's an option where you can pay immediately, or use your bank details to pay for it or whatever. Anyway, they had like American what is it called, American Express, I think. There was PayPal, there was MasterCard, right? Yeah, all those stuff. So obviously, having my MasterCard, I used it to try to pay for the both our tickets, and then it failed. So what do I do again? I start afresh. So you're trying to book again, and there's this so much pressure. They're saying only 6 more seats left. You're like, damn, I need to be fast. Like, how fast are these people? The link just came through. How many people have been able to book in such a short time? Yeah, so obviously I started again. Then it came to the place where I have to pay. It didn't function again. I really didn't know what the problem was, because I think, they told me that my MasterCard has not been verified via the security ID check, and that is something I could not do when I was in Kenya. So I contacted Jay. I told him, we need to use your card. So we tried using his card. Now his card limit was, I think his card limit was not matching how much money we needed to pay for that flight. So that needed to be changed as well. Oh my god. Now he applied for PayPal, because his PayPal and mine had not been working for a while. So both of us now started applying for PayPal. By that time, you're clicking on the link, it's telling you not in, the link is not going through again. Then you're like, damn, I missed the flight. I missed the only flight I've been waiting for all these days. It's booked out. We tried calling the numbers that had been here on that email. You're not coming through. You're not going through. People are calling like crazy, guys. So it was so nasty, you guys. I'm telling you, the link came through at 12 midday, and we were able to succeed to pay that for that flight at, was it 5 p.m. I gave up. I prayed. My mom was stressed out like crazy because she's seeing how stressed up I am. She doesn't even know how she can help me. Well, I called these numbers like back to back, tried back to back. Sometimes they're going through, sometimes they're not going through, sometimes they're being picked, sometimes, yeah. Anyways, one of them picked up, and then I told her, I'm trying to book a link, what is going on? And then she was like, so many people are trying to book the same flight, and it's filling up so fast. And they are also trying, like the Qatar Airways are trying to upgrade the flight as much as they can, as fast as they can. Like they probably started with a small flight, a small airplane, thinking maybe there are not so many people interested, and then seeing how fast they filled up, they had to upgrade according to how much demand there was for this flight. So she told me that's what they're working on. They're planning on upgrading, but she took my details and she was going to inform me. She was going to inform me as soon as something comes up. Then that time it was like 15 minutes to 5 or 30 minutes to 5 p.m. and that's the time they were closing up. I'm telling you guys, you know, when you sweat, you give up, you nap, you wake up, and the whole time we are still trying. Jay and I were trying the whole time. I got to a point that I got really pissed off and stopped because the link wasn't going through. But Jay said he's not going to stop. He's going to continue until he's able to see something. Then so I woke up again to try it again, and then I saw an email from Jay saying booking confirmed. I almost cramped the house down. That is, I couldn't believe it. I had to call, like I called him immediately and asked him, what did you do? How did you do it? Blah 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 blah. He's like, just chill, just chill. Let me tell you something. There was something wrong with our PayPal and our credit cards and our whatever. So a friend of ours came through, and his PayPal was working just fine. He'd been using it for quite some time, and apparently when you apply for PayPal afresh, the limit is 2,500, something like that. So if somebody has been using PayPal for quite some time, the limit is you can change the limit for more than 2,500. So he had been using his for quite some time, so he's the one that helped to pay for that cash, and then we transfer the money back to him, and that is how that worked out. Yeah, I was so happy. I was so happy. I was so relieved. I just went and told my mom so she can stop worrying. Let me tell you guys, I had packed my bags. From that day I told you that there was a flight on the same day. That is the time I started packing my bags, because I was like, if a chance like that comes again, I am going to be able to travel, even if it means I am told 3 hours before the flight. I'm going to be able to make it. So I stayed with my bags packed. So I didn't have a lot to pack anymore. I just had to do like final touches, pack up maybe some few shopping I had done here and there, and then I was gonna be ready. So yeah, oh yeah, after I got the booking confirmation, I sent an email to the embassy again so that they can send me the permit, the road pass permit, and they sent me that the next day. It was quite easy actually, because when they send you these emails, they tell you everything that you need to do. From there, you guys know what happened, because I took you guys along with me all the way from my home to Doha and to Frankfurt and to my house. You can watch those videos if you want in the description box down below, and that is how it happened. So I'm going to advise all of you. I know there are so many people inboxing me about being stuck still somewhere in Africa, in Kenya, or wherever you're stuck. Just contact the embassy of the country you reside in, and then let them help you know what to do next. So because that is the only way I found help. Yeah, yeah, genau, exactly. In case you don't have a visa, it's gonna be difficult. If you have a visa, that could work. If you have a residence permit, that is gonna work. If you are a German citizen, that's definitely going to work one way or another. Yeah. So, and also just keep getting informed. If they have a Facebook page, also follow that Facebook page just to stay informed, and also keep checking the lockdown instructions and measures, and then you're going to be all right. And I wish you all the best. I hope you guys go back to wherever you need to go back, so you stop feeling stuck. Thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I will catch you on my next video. Bye.